We're talking about legends or more Antimi and winning the Africa Cup of the African Best Player or Pain Bra or more Essien. Because on your screen some of the legends who never won Africa Player of the Year. But Omo Bobo no power Krumu say or my mu say this continent Nenya Asem Ketokra. We have Aboutrika, JJ Okocha, Michael Essien, and Pokou, then Laurent Pokou, yes, Kofo Song, Asamoah Gyan, and Seydou Keita. These were players. Our contribution on the continent was so high, but Omantimi and Rene, African Best Player. We Enkoma Edi. What are the reasons? International, you enjoy the next 6 minutes. Yaba in the studios, no, Mustafa Ajidin, Odi Sala, Oba ne Sapan, ne Nandu, ne Sadu, Otia, Sanso, Ena, Listo, Mensa, and so Atanase. Maybe a course you demand. I enjoy the reasons some way Omantimi and winning the best player of Africa pen. Yeba listo and dim at your modi beba.
The winner is
Several legendary players have missed out on the African Football of the Year award. With the award bestowed to only one player every year, the prestigious award has been conspicuous by its absence in the glittering resumes of many African players. On that note, here is a look at 10 such players who never won the African Football of the Year award. Michael Essien, arguably football's most impressive specimen of the last 10 years. Essien exploded onto the scene as part of a terrific Lyon team before joining Chelsea in 2005. Once BBC African Player of the Year, Essien has been third on the podium for the CAF award, a remarkable 4 times and runner-up once. That title eludes him in reality that surely would have been if injuries had not bitten so hard. JJ Okocha. Okocha's sublime technical ability and flair was recognized by the BBC as he twice won the African Football of the Year award, one of the only 2 players to be honored more than once. He never claimed the CAF award, but runner-up on 2 occasions. He was named among the 125 greatest players in history by Pelé. Mohamed Aboutrika. Aboutrika is an incredible character and a cult of personality who has been the artist in the heart of El Ali and Egypt over the last prodigiously successful decade. He was the BBC African Football of the Year in 2008 and runner-up in the CAF award that same year. He was once considered by England-based Italian journalist Gabriel Marcotti to be the finest player not plying his trade in Europe or South America. Rigobert Song, a wild boy earlier in his career, Tonton has gently emerged as the wise old head of Cameroonian football, becoming an African icon in the process. Song remains, along with Zinedine Zidane, the only player to be sent off at 2 World Cups. A 2-time AFCON winner, Song was the tournament star man in 2002 as the indomitable Lions retained their continental crown. He has represented the Central African Giants at a remarkable 4 World Cups, the most of any player on the list. Sami Kufuor, a fine central defender who at the turn of century was considered among the finest in Europe. He was twice the runner-up in the African Football of the Year award and a 1-time BBC African Player of the Year winner. He enjoyed a hugely successful 12 years at Bayern Munich, where he won 4 German Cups and 6 domestic league titles. Seydou Keita. His contributions at Barcelona, where he was an important figure without consistently holding down a first-team spot, were rarely anything less than excellent. Keita came second in running for African Football of the Year in 2011, beating Olimba Yaya Toure.
Ghana have opened the scoring. And it's Asamoah Gyan who...
A step away from the genuinely elite end of the club competition and the persistent failings at a continental one with Ghana has affected Gyan's incredibly promising career. Gyan is the all-time leading goal scorer of the Ghana national team with 51 goals. With 6 goals, he's the top African goal scorer in the history of the World Cup. Gyan won the BBC African Footballer of the Year award in 2010. Kolo Toure, another of Cote d'Ivoire's famed golden generation. Toure is an athletic, imposing centre-back who has had his fair share of controversy and mishap. One of Arsene Wenger's invincibles, the €150,000 signing from ASEC Mimosa represents one of the Frenchman's finest acquisitions. Laurent Pokou, second place African Footballer of the Year in 1970 and third place 3 times later. Pokou was a big game player and he's considered one of the continent's finest forwards, an excellent dribbler and a terrifically efficient finisher. Hossam Hassan, one of many Egyptians to struggle abroad, Hassan's legacy is built upon his relentless success with El Ahly and the Pharaohs national side. He remains the North African top scorer of all time with 68 goals in 176 outings. 7 of those came during the 1998 Cup of Nations, where he was the top scorer.
That's interesting for your legends. I want to me and the African Player of the Year, and I don't pay Yama one who said yes. It means several crowd. You want some guy with the Ghana Premier League, so and coach Nidin the Chris Wooten and some kakan. My main shot is from free Mustafa Ajidin one of my way Kakrabi. Dean, these are players in their prime, but moment to me and that award na ebia ewo continent one of the biggest and come over to me at us and like I say, oh Charlie or my boy no or met me Eddie do baby kaka we mun na miss out
maybe 2 or 3
yeah
because of time in it.
yes
for Laurent Pokou there
you
know, that was the first year I almost started African Player of the Year, no? And I said African Player of the Year. That was in 1970. And he was playing for ASEC Mimosa. But that year, no, na Salif Keita was playing for Saint-Etienne. Saint-Etienne, the G League. Our friendly champion. Internet, you ding, Eddie Laurent Pokou. Yes, 1968, you're AFCON, or no, you're top scorer. 1970, AFCON, no, Sancho, you're top scorer. But it wasn't enough because Naboa. Salif Keita so ball from Mali. Boana Bantia no na papa ne ball Ediama Saint-Etienne no megidi say Nuntinama went to me every for that year no. For Aboutrika, he's one player megidi so man fair to him.
Yes.
In 2006 he won the AFCON and that 2006 now so no, he won the Champions League with Ali.
Okay.
Oje double 2006 no Omoko FIFA Club World Cup and they finished third. But so we share a bit, or sure no ahun. Idea back one so I'm one say in 2006 Chelsea won the league and Didier Drogba was very instrumental. I'm at Chelsea for the G League in 2006.
Okay.
And Didier Drogba won the African Player of the Year in 2006. And when I made this one, that was the year Middlesbrough. So that time Middlesbrough was owned by Omomo young Koko business in a from saying Omomo a young Koko Edumano Pottery.
Yeah.
No more pottery owners, but no only Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
Almost the $8 million by some come Baba Befano. Ali Omo console Middlesbrough for no Omunya Scout. They went even for Ronaldinho. Yeah, they went even for Ronaldinho that time.
Yeah.
And but because of Didier Drogba, say you so obsessed with the English league to the extent say a influencer. Yeah. Don't forget say since that time Nwankwo Kanu was the last player English from Africa or win African Player of the Year. Now dominated by French speaking countries.
Cool.
Players so French for no so we from Africa. If you nominate your player there be French speaking countries now African you nominate your player because African countries na ka French ne doson.
Yeah.
Instead then say we are non-French I'm not trying to be tribalistic and ethnocentric, but I'm just being real.
But most of them is facts. Most of them
yes
from the francophone
countries. And until now and until I say but in 2008 I think he should have won because he won and even the man of the match final when Cameroon
yeah.
South Ghana 2008 he was the best player.
Yeah.
And Zayano so Ali Sanso J Champions League.
Contribution or club.
And ono the Mejidi say
I know na omko create African best player.
Yes, local player, interclub player. It didn't make sense.
Okay, yeah.
But Essien there Drogba Ntino. One number one team.
No,
we're striker.
Yes.
The people say the way you who strikers and time bia no nominated Drogba na nominate you. Year na nke so je no 2007. Ana weje ye no Kanute won the UEFA Cup with Sevilla.
Sure.
And na I den for obiti say Seydou Keita the unim say 2011 the aye to play very well. 2011 no do
interesting because Sir was we do as a
110
individual brilliance no goals.
Awards you just like the Ballon d'Or in any awards. I na make say ayanka yenyi team trophies in free na yen hwe individual effort.
Okay.
Because where you can 98 weji Mustafa Haji J ahead of Jeju Okocha. Jeju Okocha for Paris Saint-Germain so mu win say Super Cup no. But Mustafa Haji with Deportivo La Coruña that you omu win 12 La Liga. Barcelona winning league that year. On no shut down crying a bit more.
But still you won it.
You won it. I na make say yenyi team no a trophy no because a team sport say edwuma we are
yeah.
A team and a
sure.
But you can be the best journalist.
Yeah.
But Angel Sports might not be the best sports station.
Yeah.
You get the argument I'm
making.
Yeah. And yenyi individual no. Na yanhwe ne ono ne output. Metuma the best player. Na me ball ebia Nottingham Forest. I can be the best player in the world. But because I team sport no, my team might not be the best team.
Well, my
argument for another day.
Argument for another day. My listo, kakra ebina yenremwe. What fine.
You see, the ban say ye players are the best.
Yeah.
Most of times a lot goes into it.
Of course.
Yeah, na the performance na ye hunu on the field of play na. Sometimes the influence of the player, the support base, and the way, and a ban African best now, it has never been fair.
Okay.
What I say? Yeah. Mimi hunisa say populism no, more than the real winner. I think they be a nipa winning. You could clearly say, oh, where they were winning at the time, and there was no king competition. It was Yaya Toure.
Okay.
When he was winning it back to back, I think at that time, now we show African cinema, Drogba on the downward spiral, Essien on the downward, even Adebayo, like players ni na say omu nyina no, but the era of Essien na another pa. the ama Essien to me anjibi na no team brutal
then you can Drogba or
because Drogba or even at the time Eto'o so then was around what I say even that time no cry na you see Ubeka say no deserve but then at that time no why ni a year ni ti to say me fan say Essien mo time at the time I be a Chelsea drew Champions League final Edge League no now the top scorer and the most your own no share goals na kese ni nyina no na e Didier Drogba it is a hono and na e dey
and Adebayo so won with goals
yes or we then
Arsenal went trophyless
yes but
he wasn't even
one say individually no what I say individual at that time now he was a little above
said now okay said now maybe said now one answer na me ba say you can be the best journalist, but your sports now and the best sports show. What you say? Maybe at that time, the Arsenal team, no, they were down.
But now one play, well,
you know what standing tall.
Aboutrika here, anything about
of course, they are losing real
yeah, and I make us say.
But any one say, Abedi G, who say any African player, Ghanaian player, they are. Asamoah Gyan Essien they are making.
I think yes, Essien be a Samiku for. Any believe say they should have at least won it. But then if you look at the competition now, we face here, very tough. Apart from that,
okay.
Obian share that mind. Even Essien half season be a injuries disturbing or koba no. Ghanaian player be no akami close. Be Asamoah Gyan. Abroad ba Sunderland no. Our boss at 10 goals the first season no. And uncle or twice so. And I don't know about 2010 World Cup. About 2010 World Cup. Every AFCON year no. What I say. And or twice so. Then anka World Cup no. AFCON no World Cup no. Every money good one na that so. Then Sunderland 10 no. Ababe count. The subsequent year who say oh Charlie this time no. Obian said that because that season no share even 10 goals no. Now the Drogba na Chelsea ground they were down. Said the make what I say. You know, na yes, Essien ni Sami Kufuor mo de no competition no mo share that time na tough. Asamoah Gyan na nka obetumi aden. Aka me one Yaya Toure aden. A challenge at that time but no so kwhye ahen na no kwhye baby sana. Very difficult.
Okay, thank you very much. Dean any Listowo Mensa but